Nvda, the Cardinal sin horse most fund money managers are to ride on. Yes, a mistake that will be revealed, says RJTICHARTS. Congrats Nvda for such a spectacular earnings report released on 11/19/2025 after the bell. As you can see, it has galvanized the markets. The NASDAQ December 2025 futures contract is up 438 points as of this writing. The mini S&P is up 81 points, December contract 2025. But should one be surprised that Nvidia's earnings report would be anything besides an injection of steroids for the markets? No. It would have been ludicrous to think that Nvidia's earnings report would be reported as a negative quarter. It was a given that the outcome was to equal or beat expectations. Again, congrats Nvidia. Yet, after these, just follow us. Motley Fool says Nvidia earnings call transcript. Nvidia exceeds revenue expectations for third quarter earnings. Investor Business Daily. Nvidia Q3 earnings report. Here's what to expect, etc. There's a problem brewing, if not already in existence. And it is that fund money managers are more than likely going to use Nvidia to justify any gains higher and why you should continue to buy. Yes, one company is to carry the whole market and support any potential further rally that may come, and therefore the other 95 tech companies are insignificant, and the other 5,000 common stocks and the DJ30 stocks, the Russell 2000 stocks, aren't to carry weight for the most part. It's just about Nvidia only. The global community pertaining to Japan and Germany, Argentina, China, developments that are to have a negative impact on the USA just doesn't matter. Why? Because Nvidia beat its earnings report, and so who cares about other developments in other parts of the world or other stocks besides the Magnificent Seven, especially Nvidia? We signaled to sell Meta at $781 a share in the midst of fund money managers' belief who inspired you to buy near the top. The sell signal was approximately $15 off of Meta's all-time high. And last we checked, Meta's low as of 11/19/2025 is $581.25 a share. As you can see on the Meta chart here, our sell signal. There are other magnificent stocks that have similar drops at some point too. Matter of fact, on 5/6/2025, we warned that RJTICHARTS versus Netflix is trouble brewing. Absolutely, a down is coming. Well, 2 months later, after we got our sell signal at $1,300.43, we saw a down wave happen in Netflix, and our longer-term charts remaining bearish, where on our weekly, we got a sell signal at 1,251 cents sell signal. Look over to the right, low thus far, $1,080.61 as of November the 19th, 2025. We will spare you about Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, and let's get back to Nvidia. Do you think that Nvidia can defy the laws of physics and the laws of mathematics forever? Do you think that Nvidia can carry the load of the entire market domestically and globally forever? Do you think that Nvidia can war against a black swan event that is embedded in the markets and is to surface the more fund money managers keep indulging in such irrational buying? Or should we say ignoring the true value of a stock company like Nvidia and the word pumping that comes out of Jensen's mouth or others who say stuff and continue to ignore that the laws of mathematics are definitive? And no equation when it comes to markets can be not summed based on charts. These are only a few of the things we see. But the most important thing is that all markets are subjective, not only to the laws of mathematics, but also must conform to the laws of physics. And the naked eye can't see this. And the ones who have their eyes buried in the fundamentals are oblivious to such. And this is the same reason they got caught. Unlike us in years 2000, 2008, 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024, and early 2025. Here's our point. For sure, we can talk about Nvidia moving lower because we were some of the first to signal to buy Nvidia at some of its lowest levels. Documented, as you can see on the chart, 2013, 31 cents buy signal. 2015, 50 cents buy signal. 2019, $4.99 buy signal. 2023, $23.21 buy signal. And in 2025, $135.50 buy signal. We did it through our algorithms that rely on the laws of physics and mathematics. We accomplished this without the help of Goldman Sachs, Wedbush, JP Morgan Chase, BlackRock, Jim Cramer. We didn't need them to tell us anything. We don't need them. We got our algorithms. But what we do know is that they may have a hard time seeing what we see simply because they don't have our tools, which care not for fundamentals or word pumping stocks higher, etc. What we're telling you is that for all of Nvidia's glory and its ongoing rise higher, you better know when to jump ship. Nvidia isn't any different from any other stock that has had its glory by continuing to rise and rise. Yet, it isn't immune from a sharp downturn. And it doesn't have to be based on a bad earnings report, but systematic risk. You see, the markets are out of sync, and our algorithms are suggesting that a major downturn is coming. And it is because fund money managers continue to ignore the laws of physics. We wrote about this in years 2019 and 2021, and we all know what happened in years 2020 and 2022. We find laughter as we watch fund money managers' amnesia continue in year 2025 and ask ourselves, why do they do this so many times? Anyways, most don't believe that Nvidia could trade as low as $150, if not $140 a share at some point. Absolutely, the fund money managers want to push stock trade level higher, and we expect them to do so by whatever means necessary to get the stock value for Nvidia above $200 a share again. And we see no fault with this, even if $220 or $240 trades. Yet, if you don't know when to get off of this train, it's so important going forward. And if you're buying above $190 a share, you are asking to get steamrolled over at some point. The majority of investors and even many fund money managers will view a decline as a buying opportunity, and this is where the mistake will happen and capitulation will surface. Not just because of Nvda, but because stocks domestically and globally will have to surrender to the laws of physics and the laws of mathematics. Knowing when to buy is essential, but knowing when to sell is the only thing that matters. It's easy to see the trees that make up the forest, and it's even easier to see the forest that's made up of trees. But it's not so easy to see behind the forest. Get your Ramo today. RJTICHARTS.com, driven by infinite wisdom and its proprietary trade systems.